What is up, everybody? Turboverse here today, and we have to talk about this new revelation that people have been speculating for a while, but it has finally been revealed about Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and this PC specs that are required to play this game. Obviously, this game that was notorious, Sony said themselves this game required this that Chronicles of Narnia Harry Potter style SSD that was only capable on the PS5, and the PS5 does not require that. It says notably the game will require an SSD when it's released later this month. So, and here's the official specs right here. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart PC specs specifications and the minimum requirements for this game to be a 720p at 30 FPS. Just look right here for the storage specifications. 75 gigabytes of HDD space. SSD recommended, but not required. It's recommended. Oh man. Oh man. And if you may have, because this game has been out for a while, so if you may have memory loss from when they said you needed an SSD to play this, I'll play a small clip of these Sony executives saying, hey, this game is only possible with Sony's super special SSD. Let's play a clip.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is a game that utilizes dimensions and dimensional rifts, and that would not have been possible without the solid-state drive of the PlayStation 5.
Not have been possible. That is definitely not true.
Solid-state drive of the PlayStation 5.
Just blatantly lying right there. I can understand marketing to get people want to play a game, but now when you got to blatantly lie about what's required to play a game, like this is just insane. So after all these years of this game being out, it has finally been revealed that that is a lie. This game can be played without an SSD. This game can play on a Nintendo Switch. It can play on a potato PC. It can play on a PS4. If you want to get the bells and whistles, you need SSD, sure, but this game could be played without SSD that they said it was required to play this game. So, man, it is just so hilarious for someone to be caught in this big lie, and then people are trying to defend this nonsense. Like, really? Pretty much. Mark Cerny might as well be Pinocchio at this point. And I can only see his nose growing bigger and bigger with each lie. Like, jeez. That's just insane. Let's see. Damn, the SSD is not required is crazy. Yep, don't need it to play this game on PC. So if you got a trash PC, you can play it on your PC. Told y'all this game can run on an HDD. Seems to be well optimized. Ratchet Clank without an SSD. But just think about it now how Sony just completely just pulled the wool over everybody else with this magical SSD talk. Like they made it like this SSD was like gonna change gaming forever or something like that. like this SSD was the savior for gaming, but they just lied to the people. Like, geez. It's like, I just don't understand the point that you gotta lie about your games to try to sell a game. You gotta lie about your games and what it requires to try to sell it. It's like, if your game is so good as you claim it is, you don't need to lie to do so. But you know, Sony has other things in mind. They have no problems lying to their consumer base. And it's just funny to see people defend this nonsense. It probably can run your Steam Deck. He's asking the Steam Deck can run it. Most likely it can run on your Steam Deck at 720p, 30 frames per second. Oh man, so much for that SSD narrative. Sony makes it so easy at this point. When you just blatantly lie, it's just like, jeez. Maury said that is a lie. PS5 nor PC players are concerned with this. Only people concerned and making this a big deal are those that like either PC or PS5. No, maybe it's the people who are concerned that Sony keeps lying about certain things about their system and their games in general. Maybe those are people who are concerned about this. saying 3 years on it has been optimized to run without SSD. Okay. Any game can run on an HDD. That doesn't mean it'll run well. That's just common sense. Oh man, this is the best defense they come up with for Sony lying about this nonsense. This is the best defense. Like really. Xbox are just into consoles because they can't read or understand PC specs. Yesterday she said she owns a PC for the first consoles in Argentina. I don't know if this is even going into some random tangent right there, but the fact is that Sony lied about this. People are really defending this nonsense. Look at this comment right here. Some people in here really need to brush up on their tech. Ratchet and Clank wouldn't run on a PS4 due to mechanical HDD and a slow speed. Sure it wouldn't, but sure it wouldn't. Like you really gonna believe it would run on PS4? That's why it's only possible on PS5, where it's not only possible on PS5 because it's on PC now. So that's a lie. So stop defending this nonsense. Sony lied and get over it. Just accept it. Why not just say that Sony lied? Big surprise. Not surprising at all. Kind of funny how many PlayStation fanboys pumped up the Sony SSD only to find out it was just all marketing garbage. That's all it was, just marketing garbage. It's just sad to see that these people just blatantly lied to you and their fan base will still defend the lie. Look at this clown. Like, this clown is still defending it right here. This guy is still defending this lie. When they've been caught red-handed, lying to the people still defend it. Like, it's really... So essentially, Sony and Sonic lied to consumers. Yes, they did. Magical SSD on PS5 was all a lie. Okay, so this is another defense saying nobody's gonna play that 720p 30 frames per second. So yes, it requires an SSD. How do you know people gonna play the spec set? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. It's just hilarious. This person saying it is necessary, only optional for low access. Low assets, okay. I see SSD required for anything above 720p. Can't read. Oh man, so no matter what, they're gonna keep defending this nonsense. But everybody sees it. It's blatantly clear, as that one guy said that you need SSD. That was all a lie. It's not required. You can play this game at low settings on a PC. So if your PC isn't up this part, or even if you're playing on the Steam Deck, you don't need an SSD. You can play this game on there. And if this game was on Switch, if it was a multi-platform game on Switch, you can play it on there too. So the SSD requirement is not true. It can be played on multiple consoles. So once again, Sony lied. That magical SSD was a lie. Just marketing garbage. And it's just like Sony got exposed once again for lying to the people. And then you got some fanboys blatantly just defending nonsense. It's just ridiculous. But I'm going to include it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and peace. Unbelievable.